Oh, that's a great question.
Alright guys, welcome back to another Marty P video. We're out here at the farm. I am hanging out today with George, Brian, my guy, Bryce Butler, and who I'm going to hang a little more close with today is old JK, Mr. Josh Kelley. We're going to take a little behind the scenes of how some of these trick shot videos get shot here. Kind of what we do when it comes to branding, but for the main thing, I just want to tell a little bit of a story. We're about to follow Josh a little bit, talk with him, just kind of hear a little bit of his story, ask some cool questions, and go from there. So, yee! Yo.
A little behind the scenes action. So
what up?
Check out his channel as well. Link below. Oh, and you let me borrow his memory card, so I got that going.
I did. I let you use the memory card. I didn't need it. I did not need it.
I don't need it.
Josh, this is your first time out at the farm.
Actually, it's my second time out here, but my first time playing.
First time playing it?
My first time playing it. I came out here a couple years ago to film trick shots. For those of you who don't know, I do golf trick shots on social media.
Okay.
So I was only out here filming on 1 or 2 courses, but this place is unbelievable. We're staying in a cabin right off the 11th fairway.
Right over there. True. It's pretty nice Masters Row. We got a lot of fun stuff over there.
And it's sick because there's a putting green in the backyard.
Yes, sir.
We played night golf on the putting green last night.
Yep.
We just filmed a 14 club challenge on hole 5 out here. Hole 5 out here, for those of you who don't know, it goes downhill like 40 feet. And when I was standing, I saw a lot of it on videos, you know, from different people that came here.
Yeah.
But when I actually got to the tee box, I couldn't believe how much it actually dropped. So it's just a really cool, fun place. There's so many different undulations. I'm from New Jersey, that's where I live now.
Yeah.
And there's no hills there. It's flat. So hitting off these different lies, it's fun to do. And I actually
kind of looks. Look, well, I'm just saying, you look like a DJ.
I get that all the time. Dude.
I know, dude. Well, when I was looking at it, I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, man, we could easily do cameos. Have you come out here and just act like them?
Yeah, act like
freaking big time people.
Yeah, dude, I could do that for you if you want.
Sign some autographs.
I'm down.
Set up an autograph station. So typically, these guys, as y'all have seen, they're able to go out to places and tell their stories, and that's kind of how they make a living. But also it's like what they enjoy doing. And so these guys, like Josh, he specializes in kind of being able to tell a story, work with other guys, and kind of collaborate on storytelling. As we see singers, songwriters doing it on stage, these guys love to do it out here on the golf course. It's pretty cool. And we love being able to host people out here to do stuff like that. They've got really unique stories, unique things that they enjoy, kind of being able to share their hearts. So to be able to host them out here, help them tell our story, support our brand, we love to be able to kind of help them as well, to be able to kind of share their story, their vision, their values through the way that they do it. And it's just a lot of fun. So it's pretty cool. We're jump back into his element.
The way if I hit a good shot, you know, people are impressed. I hit it.
Ooh.
No, Josh.
There's a lot of meat right there.
All right, they're a little slow because of the rain. Hey, they're faster than yesterday. They cut this morning, huh?
All right, Georgina's up.
Is it me or George?
Georgina's up. No, I'm not really. I hope you do the best that you can. Oh no!
Oh, I lifted in.
That was so scary.
We will take it.
Hey.
That was so scary.
That's just a standard putt, you know, that grows in the right lip. We'll take it.
We'll take it all day. 441. That sucks. That's not ideal for me. We'll be all right though. We'll be all right, baby.
Are you on any strokes, Bryce?
I don't need strokes.
Oh, yeah, we probably should have talked about that.
Disrespectful.
It's about getting a little bit lucky. Sometimes it's about being really good. Most times it's about neither.
Dude, we all need a little bit of luck in life sometimes.
Absolutely.
You know that.
Some need more than others, and I think I'm on the side that needs a lot more than other people.
I mean, you've been married now for how long?
I've been married for 5 years now. My beautiful wife Megan. I got 2 kids, a 2-year-old daughter, a 4-year-old boy.
What are their names?
Reese and Roe.
Reese and Roe. Is that planned?
4-letter names. We only stuck with 4-letter names because I'm not a good speller, so we had to make sure we kept it short.
Dude, hey, look, that's understandable. Not all of us did best. Our strong suit was English.
Yeah, math was definitely my strong suit here. So
hey, there you go.
You know.
There you go.
No, but no, they're awesome. I actually miss them. I do a lot of traveling for work.
I know that's gotta be tough.
Yeah, last few weeks I miss them a lot, but thank God we have FaceTime, things like that to keep us up to date. So
power technology is pretty incredible.
I miss them a lot, but being out here it's pretty special out here.
Family?
Overrated. George's got one on the way.
Overrated. I don't really like my family, so it's good to be here.
Well, don't you have like a brother who's a little bit of a
my brother's the
trash
worst.
talker?
Mom hates me. Yeah. No. Yeah, I'm gonna be a ball of mush whenever I don't know if I'll be able to leave my newborn whenever he or she comes.
Yeah. Dude, Georgie's gonna find out the day he's having his kid the gender. I don't know if I could do that.
Oh. Yeah.
Find out early.
Are you gonna do a gender reveal right now?
No, bro. Come on.
What is it? Which way did it go?
Oh, it actually landed short. Okay.
Which way did it go?
Right of right. I think I have further than when I started because of the dog leg left, so.
Oh my god. Guys, we need to like, do I start playing left-handed?
Dude, we tied their first hole, bro. Come on.
Question for you. All right. If your short game were a genre of music, what would it be?
Oh, that's a great question. I'd say hip hop. You know why? Because it's a little upbeat, it's a little quick, not as slow as normal, but everyone loves it. You know what I mean?
so would your short game be hood rich, meaning you talk a big game, but when you show up, you can't close?
No, not really. I mean, my short game is usually always there. It's the long game for me that's the issue. So the driver is the club that can get me in trouble. So if I hit my driver well, I'm usually pretty good. The short game, now my putting is streaky.
Yeah,
I will give you that.
Okay.
But if I keep my driver in play, then I think I'm gonna score well. The putter can be really good, but the wedge game is usually really good. I attribute that because my trick shots.
Yep.
I feel like my trick shots have a lot to do with that.
How old were you when you hit your first trick shot? Like what?
Well, I started when I was 11, 12 years old. The
Okay.
Tiger Woods Nike commercial.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's what kind of got me into it. I just kind of did it as I played golf growing up. Just practiced it here and there. And all my friends, you know, thought it was cool. I thought it was kind of cool. So just kind of one thing led to another. Started spending more time doing it, and now it's pretty much my full-time job. So.
Ah, that's pretty cool.
I thought I saw it land over there.
So I can help them out. Got a long ways to the hole. So as we're helping Mr. Old JK out here help find his ball, I got another question for you. I don't know if you thought about this. What did your wife say when you're like, hey, I make social media content for a living?
Well, I didn't do that always when I met her.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I started doing content after like a couple years after I met my wife. So, you know, she loves it. She's very supportive.
Yeah.
But I was working on rail cars when I met her originally.
Dude, when you told me that yesterday, that was like super dope. I was like,
I was a crane operator, welder, mechanic, and then I started doing golf trick shot videos, and I was able to quit my job. So I was like, all right, you know, not bad.
Golly, talk about freaking living the life.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just want to know, when's the first time you heard of Josh Kelley, or what we like to know as HoleIn1 Trick Shots?
Back when like 2014 when we started Trick Shots, I would scour Instagram seeing if there were any idiots that were trying to copy us. And I saw this guy do like I think his first one, he might be too embarrassed to admit it, but he did like a twirly thing on one of those little motorized skateboards.
Yeah.
Yeah, hoverboard, whatever. And hit it into a pool table. I was like, what is this guy doing? It's not even cool. But then, there was redemption. But then like, he kept posting, and then I'm like, you know, that sounds pretty good. And then it got to a point where I was like, I need to start copying him because he's way better than me and Wesley were. Thank goodness Wesley's on a tour and I'm just a caddy, because this guy would have put us out of business if we would have been like going at the same time.
Competition.
Yeah.
And now you got Bryce on the scene.
Yeah.
You got Bryce on the scene, taking
shots,
notes from Duffel.
I'm way far away from the trick shot world. My game is not good enough. I just need to make sure I hit the ball right first.
Hey.
Possible, not like right like I just blocked it.
Oh yeah.
Like correct, right.
Yeah, a lot of these guys, they've seen, they like to take, replicate. It's like anything else. You get a product, you see something that you could do better. Oh, dude, I'm good. Yeah, Josh bailed on me, drove all the way up there, do his thing. But you know, I need a little time with the people, so a little fairway walk will do it. But they typically like to work together. I believe that a lot of people want to support the same vision and values and the way that they tell stories out. while they're on courses, partner with brands that kind of speak to who they are, what they're about. And so I feel like when it comes to creating, when it comes to storytelling, like it's really important to be able to kind of work alongside people doing the same things they love. It's just kind of like a common bond. And obviously golf is such a beautiful way to get out here and enjoy God's great creation and be able to hopefully tell a really cool story in the process. And so obviously Josh has been making headway and moves within the social media space for a while, as we heard from George. Well, let's go hear from Bryce when he first heard of my man old JK. The chip shot.
I mean, just a little bunker shot. They say trick shot artists can't play golf. But you know, don't worry about the drive. I did hit it in the marsh, but
you still pounded it though.
Yeah, you know,
you still pounded it.
Hey, that's what we call a good bogey.
Hey,
Ooh,
I take a lot of those.
That's clutch. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I did. I
you
dropped.
Get up and down. I 3-putt. You can tie this.
Good tie. Or at worst, I'm at least guaranteed some points. No.
All about them points.
Grabbing up, but not bad.
Okay.
Got a putt at it.
Hey, not bad.
So I'm asking Bryce now, when's the first time that you heard of Mr. Hole-in-One Trick Shots?
You know what, Josh? When was the first time we met?
We met at Big Flash 2.5 years ago.
That's what I feel like.
And he was playing for the Cowboys at the time. My brother's a huge Cowboys fan.
Hey.
He's like, yo, get me an autograph. I'm like, dude, I'm not asking Bryce for an autograph.
Yeah, so I think, yeah, that was definitely the first time we actually met. I think I knew him prior, definitely on Instagram, because he did a lot of stuff with one of my friends, Tade. Yeah, so I have been seeing him for a while, but you know, I love golf, but I'm not into like the competition of like the whole like trick shotting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I knew who he was, and then when I met him, I was like, oh, this dude's like a big dude. I was like, he's taller than me, and he's out here hitting the ball like a freaking monster. So I've known him since then. I think I ran into you again a month later at Riviera, and then like, you know, ever since then, you know, it's been, you know, we doing things, we doing things, and now
can you keep up with the duffel?
And actually now we actually doing things. You feel me?
Yeah, you feel me.
You feel me?
Dude, so why golf over everything else?
So I played every sport growing up. Big hockey player. I was actually pretty good at hockey growing up. Like playing in little, like pee-wees, I would score like literally 8-9 goals a game.
Okay.
And played baseball too. Was a really good pitcher. Threw a couple no-hitters.
Oh, that's
obviously
nice.
Little league, but I played golf par 3 course with my dad and my brothers. I'm one of 10 kids. And
yeah, that's Side note,
Side
he,
note.
he said, I was like, man, I got a pretty big family. He's like, how many brothers and sisters you guys? Like, man, I got an identical twin bro, got 4 sisters. And then he's like, yeah, well, I got the same, but then like add like 10 more.
Yeah,
and then
yeah. So
that's me and my
one
fam.
of 10 kids. I went golfing with 3 of my brothers and my dad. Par 3 course. They're not any good at golf, by the way. Dunlop clubs. And I literally fell in love with the game. I was like, I literally quit baseball the next year.
For real?
I was like, this game, it just doesn't get any better than golf. So,
Wow. That's
you know,
pretty cool.
I didn't see myself doing social media stuff for a living because social media wasn't even around back then.
That's true.
But hey, I'm just blessed to be here, man. It's just great. I get to meet people like you, like these guys, play golf.
Enjoy it.
It's
See
just great stuff.
see George duck hook it. Have you ever duck hooked a ball out here?
To say, in the words of Josh Kelley, I haven't toe duck hooked it since Moby Dick was a minnow.
All right, I thought of another question that I think is interesting. It's a lot like, you know how you've always heard when like, oh, can you sing? And they're just like, nah, and people get like super afraid to get up on stage and sing for the first time.
Yep.
Did you feel that way when you made your first video to put yourself out there and start kind of sitting in the golf space?
On video, I was never afraid because I'm just like, there's no one around.
Yeah.
And you're not live, so it was never that. But I do live trick shot shows now. Let me tell you, I get so nervous for those. I did a show in front of Tiger Woods and 200 of his guests, and my hand was shaking so bad I couldn't tee the golf ball up.
How bad was it shaking?
I literally was like, I had to rest because I do this high tee shot.
Yeah.
That's like right, like hip height. I had to rest my hand against my hip to tee the golf ball up. Tiger's watching. You know, the reason why I'm doing what I do, he's sitting there watching me. I'm like, you know, trying to perform in front of 200 of his guests, by the way, in Las Vegas. Yeah. So high dollar guest. And it was nerve-wracking, not gonna lie. So, you know,
that makes sense.
But I was definitely a little nervous for that. But yeah, my videos, nothing too bad. But again, anything that's live, very, very nerve-wracking for me, because I didn't even like public speaking in high school.
For real?
Yeah, so like I was just one of those guys who never liked to public speak. Now all of a sudden I'm thrown in front of like hundreds of people.
Yeah.
And now I got to hit shots for them. So
yeah, so do trick shot artists hit the ball on the first try every time?
Yeah, with like a couple hundred practices.
Knew it.
Yeah,
they're exposed.
So that's the question I get all the time. My videos have taken anywhere from first try to like 3 to 4 hours to get one shot. So
who would be the Harlem Globetrotters of the trick shot space, where you're like, the guy shows up and you're like, nah, this dude's a legit like trick shot artist? Like, who would you think, apart from yourself?
So anyone that can do a live show, I would say, like perform in front of people, do trick shots in front of people, to me is a legit trick shot artist. If you're somebody who can't do that and you need to just sit in front of your camera and do hundreds of takes, not really. So Coach Rusty does a good live show, Tanya Tare, myself. Other than that, I'm not really sure who else out there does live shows.
I mean, you got to put your money where your mouth's at. Yeah, I mean, technically, like if you're going to expose yourself like that, like be like, hey, I can legit do what I say I'm doing, especially on camera
in front of people, right? Like where you have to actually perform.
Yeah. How good do you think that's carrying over here to the golf space now that you're out, you're competing more instead of doing trick shots and stuff like that?
My game is pretty good. I'm a scratch golfer.
Yep.
You know, I can shoot anywhere from 65 to 80.
Okay.
You know, I'm gonna play more tournaments this year. I just got in the PGA program, so
I'm
gonna be doing like PGA section events.
Okay.
Which is not tour, obviously, but you're playing against local professionals.
Yeah.
So you got to have a pretty solid game to try to compete and win. So, you know, I don't play a ton of golf, but like I said, I'm streaky. I can be really good or not great.
Nah, but when you do play, you shoot low.
Yeah, sometimes not. I mean, golf's a hard sport.
So the golf world, the game of golf, is much like when you have a round, you're able to remember every little facet, every little thing that goes into your game. Most people can remember the awesome shots they hit, the bad shots they hit, the long putt, all that stuff. Like I can pretty much remember my entire round where I hit my ball on every single hole, and I can recount every single stroke, which is wild. And so storytelling's got those same components, a very powerful way of leaving an imprint on people. And again, I think it's really cool when you come to be a content creator. Most people, you know, you can be in the pop space and just like pump and dump stuff out there that'll be digested and forgotten about tomorrow, or you can really focus on telling an art form and giving people, you know, through, like we've seen with Faraday or these other like a Tom Rinaldi, you can have a setting and tell a story with all these great people who've got incredible lives and incredible stories to tell. But these guys right here, as we can tell up there just by them talking, collaborating, they're focusing on storytelling out here on the golf course. This is their dinner table. This is their space they feel really comfortable in. They're just normal dudes, but they really step up when it comes out here to telling a really neat thing out here. And we at the farm are the same way. We want to provide a product out here to tell an incredible story to all you guys, and we want to be able to provide, you know, cool merchandise with the Grayson shirts here. We got some nice Imperial hats here. Warby Parker, not sponsored by them, but we want to be able to kind of set that same table when you come out here, so when you do come, you do have those experiences with your family and your significant other, your spouse, your kids, I mean, friends, group, whatever. We want to be able to provide that experience out here at the farm, and this is just something that we're super passionate about. Myself, my brother Parker, my mom and dad, Peggy Vaughn, Chrissy Ramsey, our entire family, their husbands and kiddos as well. Just kind of, like I said, getting a little bit behind the scenes, wanting to keep y'all kind of updated on some of these cool things coming out here. And there's a couple more questions we'll get to real quick before we wrap this thing up. If hole 5 and hole 17 were women, how would you describe them?
Well, let's talk about the holes first. They're beautiful. They're really good. They're really good to look at. They can be very challenging.
Oh, we all know about that.
So, if you know any girls that are very good to look at but are very difficult sometimes, those are the girls that I would describe them as.
Okay, heard that.
I'm married, so I don't want to get in too much trouble.
Yeah, yeah.
Too much trouble.
Hey, it's always the hardest ones are typically the craziest ones. So
yeah,
they're great holes though. So they're probably great girls.
Exactly.
Fired your shoe game.
Michael Jordan. They're a little dirty because it's a little wet out here.
Yeah.
But the bottom they say peace and love.
They're clean, dude.
Peace.
I got the peace and love.
Love. They're pretty sick, right?
Yeah, sick.
No big deal. Really, I don't like as much that you're not supposed to root against your playing partner. Come on, bro. I love rooting
I
against
mean,
that.
I know I'm playing against myself in the ball, but at the same time, like, it would be good if he bogey. You know? You know what I'm saying? But I didn't grow up in the golf sphere, so I don't know, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want the other quarterback and wide receiver on the other team to score a touchdown.
I came from dog-eat-dog world,
Right.
so I come from, I want you to like fall and slip on a route, not catch the ball, and then I'm going to catch the ball and score. So if you, like, for instance, if I was in a tournament and we were even going into the last hole, and I already hit my drive right down the middle, and like say me and you were up, and I didn't know you, I can still know you. And you blow your shot OB like I just did, or in the hazard, I'm like,
yeah, I agree with that, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I guess you're not supposed to say it out loud, but you know, inside you could be
Everybody's thinking it.
Yeah, everyone's thinking it.
Everybody's thinking it.
When, you know, last week, well, at the Bay Hill Championship, last hole came down to Lee Westwood.
Yep.
Bryson DeChambeau had the putt to win the tournament.
Okay.
Lee Westwood, there's no way he's rooting for Bryson to make that putt.
Yeah, no.
Because, you know, even if he does miss it, you're going to be like, oh, tough one. But inside, you're like, yeah, let's go.
I mean, let's be real. If the guy misses a putt, he hits a lipper. He relives his sixth grade Christmas dance, and misses the putt, can't close, and he loses $600,000, and that $600,000 goes to you. Are you going to be mad? No.
Absolutely not. I'd never be mad.
No.
Who would?
His wife or girlfriend or whoever's going to write a thank you note for not being able to come through in the clutch and say, hey, thanks for giving me the life that you couldn't give yourself.
Exactly. 100%. So that puts me at 13, George at 14, and Bryson at 9.
in his element.
Wow.
There is a
Creators
chance.
creating.
I forgot to tell you guys about the 9-point rule.
Did you actually think this was someone's home when you first saw it?
Yeah, because I wouldn't be surprised, you know, with all the, you know, money down south. Like, I mean, people think it's like very poor, but there's so many people with a lot of money down here. You know what I mean?
You think that's like some chicken farmers
That, I don't know about
operation?
that.
Got a side farm in the back.
Maybe some like oil diggers.
It's oil diggers
or something like that.
People getting the South and the Midwest mixed up, Western and Southern, or
there's some oil down here, isn't there?
a little bit, maybe. I don't know.
Some
all
black
the oil,
gold, liquid gold. They call it.
all the liquid gold we put is in our on our French fries, and we call that Velveeta cheese.
It's true. The food out here is really good.
Bomb,
Especially here.
baby, bomb.
You guys have good pizza too here.
What do you like about the
If you
pizza?
come to
Wait.
Pursell Farm.
Oh, look, whoa. You're a Philly guy, so when you go up there, you know about your subs. You know about.
We have good pizza in Jersey, but when I came down here, I'm like, I'm not eating the pizza here. It's like, it's Alabama.
Yeah.
But here, the farm, it's really good. I actually had 2 slices for breakfast this morning. So.
But did Joe did he let it sit out all night? And did he not, or did he put it in the fridge?
He put it in the refrigerator, thank God.
Okay, yeah. I was about to say, yeah, old average Joe or Joe Dan Gillen freaking thinks you can leave pizza out all night and think that it can sit out like.
Oh, it's not at Joe Dan. He wants us because he doesn't want people friend requesting on Joe Dan. It's average Joe Goff.
Oh, look, I apologize.
Joe got so mad at me. I tagged Joe Dan Gillen. He's like broken, like
Yeah.
like my wife, like I'm just getting a lot of follows, and I don't want like my fans.
Because the glow up was happening on his personal page.
Like following his personal account because him and his wife talked about.
Yeah, when average people start to glow up, you know, crazy things happen, you know.
Man. I told you all that
The fame, the riches, the followers, the 12-year-old kids blowing up your DMs asking how you became Insta famous.
It's a tough life. It's a tough life. Most question I get is when I get a new club, can I get your old club? I get that question
Get your old club. Wow, I wish I did that with my brother and my dad all the time. I got one more question for you.
All right, shoot.
You gotta be honest with me.
Okay.
No camera answers, no none of that. I guess you could call a camera answer a Sunday school answer.
That's Sunday
You
school.
don't want no Sunday school answers here. If there's one thing, there's many properties that can offer stuff. They all offer many different like wonderful things. We pride ourselves in culture here at the farm. But what is one, you've only been here now, have you been here even a full 24 hours?
Yeah, not quite 24 hours. I got here like 5:30 last night.
Okay.
I think it's like 4:30 now.
Okay.
So 23 hours.
So 1 more hour to call it a full day. Within that full day, almost full day,
right.
What's one thing you've noticed different here from other places that you went and filmed? And if you don't know that yet, that's fine. You don't have to answer.
No,
I want to know if there's something you're like, man, I've already sensed this, this.
Well, I mean, it's definitely different because I feel like it offers like a little bit of everything. Like, you know, when you come to Alabama, especially if you're someone from New Jersey, you're not really sure what to expect. But every property, you know, the hotel, the villas or whatever you want to call them, they're all like so perfectly like designed and made, and it has like such a good feel to it. Everything, it's like really quiet out here too, so it feels like you almost have this place to yourself.
Yep.
But at the same time, you can go to the pub and have some delicious food, even food, you know, from everywhere. I had some duck pastrami last night. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, dude, that's pretty fire.
First time in my life I've had duck pastrami, and if you come here, I highly recommend that. But I wasn't expecting that on the menu, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, you know, from the golf, and another thing is the golf course is pure. A lot of times you come to like resorts, or I don't know, it's not quite a resort, or whatever you want to call it, but you go somewhere to play some golf, and you know, and they have like stay and play packages. You don't get a golf course like this. The design of the course, the undulations, the hills, the scenery, how quiet it is out here. It just, I mean, I know I'm talking to you, but I honestly would say this to anyone. When I get home, I'm going to be raving about it to everybody. Like, this is the honest truth. When you get here, it's special.
Would it feel safe enough to bring your family here?
Yes. Yes. Actually, I'm hoping to bring my family here in a couple months. They would love it. They would absolutely love it.
Also, there are some pretty massive fish right out there, like I was telling you before. We've got largemouth, 10, 11, 12 pounders. We actually got a kid over there who's trying to land one of them. Just all by himself. I'm not going to tell him the honey hole though. But yeah, we got a lot to offer out here. Like these dudes. Duffel's Fashion. George's Old Way of Living. Old man, but he's still looking it. Still killing the dad bod.
Come on, man.
I love it.
I'm an old soul trapped in a young man's body.